Good morning. Got a nice scratch on my nose here from my dog, but I did get all the way down. But I did get to see my puppy today, and had visitors today at rehab. And I'm probably on day, let's see here, 2 weeks, about day 11, 12, 13, somewhere in there. Can't tell you, but just so you know, it's early in the recovery process for me. And today I really want to talk to you about our own ownership of our lives. If you follow Joseph Campbell, he talks about, the way our lives turn out. We don't have anybody to blame but ourselves. And I've had a victim mentality most of my life, where when you're young, you have a victim mentality because you don't know any better, and you're a victim. It's happening now or whatever. But it hasn't happened for, over 20 years, 25 years, like over that, 30 years. That stuff, hasn't been a part of my life necessarily. And that stuff has been still affecting me. And I just want to tell you about an incident I had in class. So I'm in a class with a spiritual leader and his accomplice, who also teaches yoga here. They both have figured their lives out, and their lives are not necessarily what you'd think figuring your life out looks like. One was an executive chef. He wore a tie to work every day, and he was at a fancy restaurant. And people would think, wow, if you want to be a chef, that sounds like you've really arrived. Well, he hated his job, and he was back there drunk all the time, cooking and whatever. And he said he was a dick because people couldn't do what he could do drunk. They would struggle in the kitchen, and he'd be a butthole because he's like, man, I can do this stuff drunk. You can't even do it sober. And he finally one day was like, why am I not happy? And he's like, my body's not happy, my mind's not happy, my heart's not happy because I'm not doing the job. I don't have the passion, the career, the purpose that I want. And I told you guys there's 4 things that are going to heal us. There's purpose, community, routine, and spirituality. And so there's no spirituality there now for him in that. Today there is, but in that chef position, there's a routine. But there's no purpose, and the community, he wasn't surrounded himself with the community he loved, and he had to quit. And he talked about he wanted to become a yoga teacher. He wanted to become more spiritual. That's something he desired in his life. Whether you want to be spiritual or not, he desired something other than what he was doing and needed to go for it. So he did. The other spiritual leader named Crow, drank himself almost to death because of how he was treated as a kid by his mother. And he went through this journey of an inner dive, an inner look at why he was the way he was, why he was choosing the things he chose. And he had to be alone for a long time. He had to do just certain simple things, AA included, that got him to a place where he's now a spiritual leader, guys. I'm just telling you, that moves and shakes people here at this recovery. And it's none of it's BS. All of it's lived, practiced, researched, everything. So that's the disclaimer. These 2 people that really got after me have done the work, and I've been here 3 times. These guys are they're friends of mine. They like me at this point. They know what kind of soul I have, a soul that you have, a beautiful soul that we fight and we fight and we fight through this, and it gets eaten away little by little. But I said in class, cool, I understand this hero's journey. I understand there's separation, initiation, and return. Separation is here. I'm separated from everything I know, everyone I know, all that I know. And in that separation, you start the initiation process of finding and figuring out what your dragons are. What are your things deep down that are your traumas that are really guiding your hand towards a bottle or towards a line or popping pills or pornography, whatever. What are those dragons? And in the video, we befriend them. We turn around and we say, Josh, I know why you drink. I know that's the only way you ever saw a man share his feelings. I know why you use, because it numbs those negative thought patterns, your own negative thoughts you've created now at this point because of the things you've done, because of the trauma. I know why you do that. I'm sorry. I feel for you. I care about you. Let's work on this. Let's get out of this darkness together with your dragons, with your shadow self. But I said, I get all that, but how do I know what to do here? Like, nothing's changed. Every time I come, I become the same person. I help people. I'm a karaoke. I can sing. I'm popular. Whatever. Like, just like any other situation. Because here's the truth of all of this. No matter where you go, there you are. And no matter how uncomfortable you are, the ego and these patterns, this thing back here that says, I'm number one, alcohol, cocaine, whatever it is, says it wants you to get comfortable again to go back to the same patterns. And it has no agenda. It's just how computers you program work. You program your computer, that's the program it runs. And it doesn't want to stop doing that. You're trying to change a computer program without doing anything different. And so I'm asking them, how do I do something different? I've been here 3 times. There's a pool. Everybody's at the pool, lounging, and it's like you're not at rehab. It's like you're not with your kids. It's like you're not at your job. It's all that. It's gone. And here we are, just finding ourselves comfortable. And whatever, go to the pool. That's fine. It's there for a reason. It's hot as hell. But you find yourself getting comfortable, and that's what kills us. Anybody with any addiction, alcoholism, anybody with any addiction, period, anybody with problems in your life, negative patterns, because we get comfortable and we go back to them. We don't change anything up. So I'm asking them, what's changing? My food's made for me. My room's cleaned. I make my bed. I do my stuff. My room's clean anyway. But all these things are done for me. Now the cattle chute is wider. There are more people. Easy to go down the thing now because it's comfortable. How do I get the hell out of this herd and go that way? And Crow was like, this gentleman, I shouldn't have said it. It's not his real name anyway, so we're good. He said, Josh, Shua, it's here to make you comfortable, man. It's here to make you safe. It's here to provide for you so that you can do other things. Real condescending, and this is a guy I really like. And I got mad. The other guy goes, Shua, we can't tell you what the fuck to do. We can't tell you your journey. We can't tell you the process. I can show you my map, and you can say, wow, that's a beautiful map. But it might not work for you. In fact, it probably won't, because your journey is your journey, and you have to embark upon it. So I'm listening to them, and I'm getting more and more mad, and all of a sudden I hear God, because that's my thing. I hear God say, I've showed you the way. I've told you the things to do over the course of your addiction. Since you laid your head on your floor in your living room, crying with snot coming out of your nose, and you said, God, please heal me. I don't care how long it takes or how much it hurts. Dangerous prayer, by the way. You told me that. You want to be healed, no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts. And this has been the process, and I've given you the answers. No negativity, no judgment, just here. I've given them to you. Here they are again. And I started to get it. And by the end of that first session, I was typing down everything I need, which is get up earlier like this. Start your day. There's so much that I can get done before the world, you have to deal with the world. There's so much inner work you can do, whether it's having some coffee and just relaxing by the lake and making a video to try to help others. If that's not you, maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's you get up and you take a quick hike before work. Maybe it's you get up and meditate. Maybe it's you get up and you just have something to eat because you never do and you're hungry when you get to it. It's all about you. Everything, this whole healing process, is all about you, your dragons, your demons, your skeletons in the closet, actually paying enough attention to yourself to heal them. I was walking to get my coffee this morning and to get ready to start this video, and there's a gentleman smoking a cigarette, looking at his phone, scrolling. So we've left a dangerous environment we can almost die in. Alcohol, cocaine, opiates, terror, whatever. And now here we are trading them for something else. Everybody can't believe here that I don't vape or smoke, because they all vape and smoke because they came to a place where everybody else vapes and smokes, and they're still in the same fucking herd, and they're starting something new now. Something new that's killing them. Something new that's a vice. So everybody loves to vape and blow out a huge puff of smoke. I'm like, guys, we are not getting the point here. I'm watching this poor gentleman scroll looking for a dopamine hit, and I'm like, thank God I had that meeting, heard them say what they said, and God reached out to me and said, it's time to start. It's time to start. If I'm with you right now, it's time. It's time to stop your suffering, and it's time to start healing. And there's no way to do that unless you go inward. And what I mean by that, you guys, for those of you who are like, I don't understand what he's saying, I'm not there, because I wasn't there a long time ago. I couldn't hear you say this. I'd be like, this guy's annoying. Go do yoga, man. Go hug a tree. I would say that type of stuff. The truth is, we are spiritual beings. We're not human beings. We are really spiritual beings having a human experience. Like, it's hard to understand with everything life shoves in your face and gives you to do. Your schedule for work, kids, their schedules, your schedule to make all that happen. Drugs and alcohol come in to fill the gap in the places that are to be said, look, that's not how we were ever meant to live. We were not meant to be slaves to our jobs, to loans, to money, to debt. We weren't meant to. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are human beings, not human doers. And at the end of the day, when I know what I have to do now, and that's the answer, it's really up to me to decide if I'm going to do it. It's up to you to decide if you're going to live a life worth living, and the worth is defined by you. It's defined by you. I would challenge you to take some of these thoughts and think about them. I would challenge you to take a couple walks and sit quietly for a half an hour and think about, is this the way I thought my life was going to turn out? What agreements do I have with myself, about myself, that I don't like, that aren't true? What can I do to start pursuing a life that I love?